I've raised three questions of the non-biological Prime Minister. Dr. Manmohan Singh and Mr. Putin and the Russian Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev had met 16 times in 10 years. Mr. Putin and Mr. Modi have met 11 times. So does this mean some cooling of relations between Russia and India? That's the first question. Second, our exports from Russia, our imports from Russia is almost $46 billion. Our exports to Russia is hardly about $3.5 billion. This is a completely unsustainable trade deficit. So what is the non-biological Prime Minister doing? Will he raise this issue of this unsustainable trade deficit, which is hurting our industry, which is hurting our trade? And third and most important issue is 50 Indian youth, by the Indian embassy's own admission, is fighting in the Russian army. 50, which means there are no jobs here. They are desperate, they're looking for jobs, and they have to go and become Agniveers for Russia. And 2 of them have died. So who is recruiting them? Which is this contractor? What are his political links? We can't give jobs to our youth. Our papers are leaking. Everything is leaking in our country. This economic situation is so dire that our youth has to go and find jobs to fight in the Russian army, for the Russian army. So will the non-biological Prime Minister raise this issue with Mr. Putin? I mean, India and the Soviet Union first, and India and Russia have had very close economic, political and strategic ties. And that was the contribution going back to Jawaharlal Nehru in the early 50s and successive Prime Ministers. And with Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Deve Gowda, even Mr. Modi has had, as I said, 11 meetings. Dr. Manmohan Singh had 16 meetings. So there's been a national consensus that the Soviet Union first and Russia has been a very close political, economic and strategic partner for India. But these are very basic questions that the non-biological Prime Minister has to ask, instead of claiming that I stopped the Ukraine war, as he did, as some of his drum beaters did. Papa ne war rukwa di Ukraine mein.